Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to start our holiday cookies series. The series where I'm going to show you the cookies I grew up eating. Today we're going to make the cinnamon sugar stars. And if you don't want to miss any of my other cookie videos, hit subscribe up there. Let's get started. First we're going to use 1 egg white, 1 cup or 150 grams of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of grounded cinnamon, and 2 cups or 250 grams of almond flour. First, we're going to combine all of our dry ingredients together and just whisk them together, mix them, make sure they're nice and thoroughly combined before we're going to add our egg white to it. Dump it in and then we're going to use a fork or a spoon and just pre-mix the whole thing before you're going to put it on your work surface. It makes it a little bit easier and a little bit less messy on your work surface. And then just knead it with your hands until you have a nicely formed dough. Don't use your fingers too much, use the back of your hands to knead it, as you can see here. Just knead it for around 5 minutes and then we're done kneading our dough for now. Next we're going to cover our work surface with some powdered sugar. Just use a strainer and just cover the whole work surface. That will help you that the dough will not stick when we roll it out and cut out our little stars. Now, after our surface is covered, we're going to place our dough on the surface and roll it out until it is 4 millimeters or 1/6 of an inch thick. Make sure it's equal. It's not that one part is thicker than the other, so it would not bake equally and some parts will be burned and the other ones wouldn't be done. Then we're going to cut out our stars. I used a bigger star cutter. Traditionally, I mostly see them small, like smaller stars. I couldn't get a small star cutter, so I used a big one, which will give me around 20 to 25 stars with this recipe. If you want more, just make twice as much. If you use smaller stars, it probably will be around 30-35. And then we're just going to repeat that step, knead it together, roll it out until we are out of dough or we can't shape another star out of it. Then we are just going to place them on a baking sheet covered with some parchment paper and put them aside. Next we're going to make our icing, which is 1 egg white and 125 or 1 cup of powdered sugar. You're going to beat the egg white until it's like nice, firm. Use your stand mixer, hand mixer, whatever you want. Just don't do it by hand, that would take forever. What helps as well is if you add a little bit of salt into the egg white, but make sure everything is clean, the bowl is clean. Otherwise the egg white might not turn out as stiff as you want it to be and you would have to do the whole thing over again. Next we're going to add our sugar. For that we're going to use a strainer which assures that we don't have any crumbs inside. We do that step by step. I think I did like 3 batches, something around that. And after everything is nicely combined, we're ready to glaze our cookies, which is probably the most tedious part of our whole cookie making endeavor here. We will use a Ziploc bag to add our icing to the cookies. For that, we're going to add the icing into the Ziploc bag. If you have someone that could hold it for you, ask them, as you can see here. Otherwise the thing might fall. I tried to put it into a bowl. Yeah, it worked, but it's a little messy. So if you have someone that could just hold it for you, ask them. And then we're going to close our Ziploc bag and cut off 1 corner. And now we're able to add the icing to the cookies. We will start with the rim and then we're slowly gonna fill out the whole surface of the cookie. As you can see here, I'm not a pro when it comes to that. I like to make more savory food than candies, but that means I can do it, so you should be able to do that too. And you don't have to make stars. I mean, as you can see here, I even made a few llamas. And if you have some spots left, just use a toothpick and spread the icing out and that should be fine. That's our more or less end result for now. And we're going to put them in the preheated oven by 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 150 degrees Celsius for around 13 to 15 minutes. Just keep an eye on it that they don't get burned or anything. And here they are, our homemade cinnamon stars, cookies, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, check out my other videos. And if you want to see more cookies, hit subscribe. More cookie videos are coming soon.